All right. So we are trying to go live here. Here we go. All right, very good. Good afternoon. This is your favorite realtor, Angela Williams Graves, the realtor and broker for Homes by Angela Realty Company, coming to you today on Teaching Tuesdays. I am so excited to be here with you on Teaching Tuesdays because this platform is designed to give you information, to give you factual information on how you can buy or sell a home. And so last week, we're going to pick up this week where we left off, and we're going to talk about what it takes to sell your home. Now, these segments are not going to be long because I know that folks are working, busy, doing different things, but it's just designed to give you a snippet of what it takes to buy or sell a home in this market. So we're giving you accurate real-time information. And if you want more information, then contact us in the information below, right? To let us know how we can help you. We've got wonderful, amazing realtors on our team. Visit our website at homesbyangelarealty.com, and you can find any of our fabulous, I like to call them rock star agents online, and reach out to them to get more information about your individual situation. So we don't have much time. Let's get to it. First of all, if you are looking to sell your home, there are three things that you really, actually four, but three things that you really need to know and you really need to be aware of when you are looking at selling your home. And the first thing is pricing. You really want to make sure that you are pricing your home correctly. And the best way to do that is to engage with a realtor, someone who does this for a living, who does this every day, who knows the local market, and who also has your best interest at heart in terms of getting you the highest dollar, the top dollar for your home. That's our job. Our job, okay, these glasses are getting on my nerves. Our job is to get you the highest price and have your property on the market for the shortest amount of time, and to make sure that you have a smooth process, right, in selling the property. So that's what we're doing when we're working to sell your home. Our goal is to get you the highest price, have your property on the market the least amount of time, and then give you a smooth transaction. Okay, that's the goal. So when you're looking at pricing, what you want to do is you want to let your realtor know what kind of upgrades you have made to the property. Do you have new cabinets, newer cabinets? Do you have granite countertops? Have you upgraded the flooring since you've been in there? Does it have new carpet, or does it have new laminate flooring? Have you made any additions to the property? Have you added on a deck or a sunroom or a whole nother room, right? Have you changed any of the layouts? So when you first bought it, was it a 4-bedroom and now it's a 3-bedroom? I mean, those have impacts on cost, right? On price rather. And so you just want to make sure that you are giving your realtor all of the information. You also want to make sure that you're giving your realtor information on things that you've upgraded, like the roof. Have you replaced the roof? Have you replaced the water heater? Have you replaced the HVAC system? Or are those things at the very end of their life cycle? And is the new buyer going to have to accommodate or account for that after they purchase, replacing a roof, replacing a water heater, replacing the HVAC system, that kind of thing? Now, what I can't tell you specifically is if dollar for dollar you will get those things back, that money back. But what I can tell you is if you've done those improvements to the home, then the property is going to be that much more appealing, especially if you are looking at first-time home buyers as your target market. And the reason why I say that is because I built my career working with first-time home buyers. And what I can tell you is they're a little scared, right? And rightfully so. They're spending a lot of money. It's their very first time as a homeowner. And they want to make sure that they're not getting in over their head, that they're not buying a cash cow, if you will. Okay. So just keep that in mind, where the life cycle of your appliances are, your utilities, those types of things. Where's the life cycle of those things? And then you also want to look at your location. Are you convenient to ingress and egress as far as the interstate is concerned? Are you walking distance to a school? Especially if, a lot of times first time home buyers have families or they're looking to start a family. So what is the school district like in your area? And how close or far away are you from that? Are you on a busy road? Are you on a busy street? Right. And then the last thing is, a lot of times people bring in sentimental value. Right. So sentimental value is just that. It is sentimental. And your realtor will delicately tell you that's not going to bring you any additional money. It's not going to, that this house has sentimental value to you is wonderful, but now you're passing it on to someone else. And they're going to live in it, love it, raise their family, and make their own memories there. But understand that sentimental value is not going to translate on paper. And there's one other thing, just because I have a client right now that we're dealing with this, is pools, right? So we don't live in an area where pools are readily available. So sometimes a pool can be a net neutral, meaning that they don't add any value, but they don't take away any value, because in this generically let me back up. Generically speaking, in Hampton Roads, or where I am in Norfolk on the south side of Hampton Roads, we don't have a lot of properties that have pools. We may have our fair share here and there. And so sometimes people think that a pool is going to give them a higher value. And it might, but it might not, just because if you're the only person in a 2 or 3 mile radius that has a pool, your house is not going to, that is sold in the last 90 to 180 days, your house is not going to have any comparables. And so the appraiser is going to have to determine what value does this pool actually bring. And they're going to look at what's going on in the general area to determine. Now, if you're somewhere like Miami or California or whatever, where a lot of the homes have pools, then yeah, if you don't have a pool, then you have a problem, right? And so it's just one of those things that, again, you really want to have your realtor talk to you about, look at what's going on in the area, and give you a really good suggested price. Last thing on pricing is comparable properties. You'll hear this commonly referred to as comps, right? And so you are looking at comps and you're like, oh, they built this new house and it sold for $500,000, and they built that other house and blah, 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 blah. Let me help you out. Okay. Your resale home is not going to have the same value as new construction. It just never does. New construction has its own anomaly of being brand spanking new, people buying it, never lived in it or whatever. Now, if you are newer, like maybe in the first 5 or 10 years, you have a better idea, or you have a better opportunity at competing with new construction, because you eliminate the wait for new construction. You've got a newer home, right? That's in the first 5 or 6 years of its life cycle, and it's already built. And you've already tricked it out with all the upgrades. And so instead of somebody having to wait for a home for 90, 120 days or whatever the build time is now, they can get your home for 30 to 45 days. You can move out, they can move in, and life is good. But when you're looking at property, you want to just make sure that, I know you think that your house is the best house in the neighborhood, but I hate to tell you, it may not be. All right. It may not be. So that's pricing. Then the second thing that you want to do is you want to keep your emotions in check. That goes back to some of the sentimental value part that we were talking about. But the other thing is, anybody that purchases your home is more than likely going to have a home inspection done. And if they do a home inspection, that's going to be the time where they kick the tires, where they go under the house, they're up in the attic, they're looking at things. And especially if your home has some age on it or you've lived there for a long time, what I'm going to tell you is don't take the things that the buyer asked for personally to be repaired on your home. All right. This is a new purchase for them. They have not lived in it. They don't know the quirks of the home. And they want to make sure that the home is in as close to tip top condition as possible. So don't take it personally when the buyer comes in with a list of things that they're asking you to repair and you go, well, we lived with it for that long. We did, it was fine for us, blah, 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 blah. They're now spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on this purchase, hard-earned money that they worked for. And so you felt the same way, or at least you should have, when you purchased the home. You wanted it to be as close to tip-top condition as possible. And so what I always do with my buyers is I tell them the only home that's perfect, I mean like absolutely perfect, is new construction. And even at that, all new construction is not equal. But the only home, the only time that a home will be perfect or could be perfect is in new construction. Otherwise, it is just the perfect home for you. All right. It is just the perfect home for you. And then lastly is staging your home. This is where a lot of folks have a little bit of consternation outside of price, is when it comes to staging your home. What do I need to do? You bring your realtor in, your realtor will walk through the house with you. They will tell you what it is that you need to do. And here's the thing, people go, I don't want to do all that. Okay, but you're moving anyway. Right? So why not clean out your closet? Why not start donating stuff to the Goodwill? Why not start downsizing or boxing up the things that you're going to take with you to your next residence and throwing out the things that aren't going to go with you or giving them away to Goodwill? One of the easiest things to do when it comes to closet space is in the summertime, box up all your winter stuff. Buyers want to come in and they want to feel like they can make this property theirs, number one. Number two, they want to come in and they want to feel like it has enough space, because one of the reasons that buyers are always looking to buy, other than they want their own piece of the American dream, they're buying because they need more space. So if you have every nook and cranny of every closet full and you got something on every wall and you got these big pieces of furniture where people can't even walk around in a room without banging their knees or legs or whatever, that's probably going to be problematic. And buyers are not going to be able to see their stuff in your property because your stuff is in your property and you got too much stuff. And if you lived in a property for a certain period of time, I mean, that's just what we do. We just accumulate stuff, right? I mean, I know I have accumulated stuff. If I were to put my house on the market right now, like if I had to, I would probably want to jump out the window because I've got so much stuff. I need like a U-Haul truck and like one of those dumpsters to just throw stuff out, right? Because I've got so much stuff, and that's just what we have. We got stuff. So what you want to do is you want to take like all your winter stuff and you want to box that up if your house is going on the market in the spring and summer, and just leave your summer stuff. Why? Summer stuff is lighter. Like I'm wearing a sundress today. You can't see it, but like I'm wearing a sundress today. In the wintertime, I'd be in a sweater and boots and this and that, so you have more stuff in the winter than you do in the summer. That's an easy way to clean out your closet, right? And then take out a lot of the linen and stuff out of your linen closet. We don't use 500 towels. We don't use 500 sheets. So take those out, dumb it down to 7 sheets, dumb it down to 7 towels, dumb it down to 7 pillowcases and washcloths. And that's what you do. Depersonalize it a little bit. I know you want to put up the pictures of your kids and all this stuff and their trophies and all those kinds of things, but remember that the buyer is looking to see themselves in your house. They're looking to feel at home. And I have been in some houses where, honest to goodness, I feel like it's a mausoleum or a museum. And if I walk too far, I'm going to step on something. I'm going to break something. I'm not going to be comfortable. When buyers come into your house, when your house is on the market, you want them to feel comfortable. You want them to walk in and go, oh, wow, it really is nice here. And you want them to feel like they don't want to leave, even though they have to until they close. You want them to feel like they don't want to leave. And so when you're doing that, just be mindful of the things that your agent is telling you to do. It will help you, number one, to declutter your home. It'll help you to get rid of some of the stuff that you're not taking to your next property. And it will help you put your property on the market in its best possible light. You have to remember that when you put your home on the market, it is a house for sale. And buyers are seeing several houses when they are looking at when they're house hunting. Okay. And so you want your house, this commodity, your product to be the very best that they will see. And they'll say, you know what? You don't have to show me anything else. When can we make an offer? That's what you want buyers to see. And ideally, you want more than one buyer to see that and say that, so you can get multiple offers and get the highest and highest dollar for your property. So those are just three of the tips that I want to give you. And the fourth one I've mentioned intertwined in here. And the fourth one is make sure that you get a good realtor. Make sure that you are not trying to go this alone. I saw on television where they said you could for sale by owner and they make it easy and all those kinds of things. Let me tell you something. It's easy until it's not easy. And very rarely do sales go just so smoothly where there is no problem. And if you have an issue, if you have a problem, you want someone who is licensed, who is trained, who is up to date with their continuing education. That's what we have to do to stay licensed. Every 2 years, we have to take continuing education. You want someone who's working in this market to be able to advise you properly and advise you with your best interest at heart, and to help you to get out of this property for whatever reason you're selling it and into the next one or on to the next thing. All right. And so the fourth thing, which is the plus, is to make sure that you have a realtor on your squad that is helping you to negotiate and navigate the process of selling your home. I am Angela Williams Graves. Let me see. I want to show you who our agents are right here. Hold on. There we go. All right. Those are our fantastic rock star realtors in our firm. And like I said, you can visit us at homesbyangelarealty.com and find any one of them that will be able to sit down with you, go through the comps, help you take the emotion out of it, get your house priced properly, and then help you to understand what needs to come off the wall, what needs to come out of the cabinets, what needs to come out of the closets, and get your home properly staged. Oh, and there's one thing I forgot, y'all. I'm sorry. In that whole staging piece, don't forget your curb appeal. Do not forget your curb appeal, because your realtor is going to have your property photographed. Your realtor is going to have the property photographed, and they're going to have, and so you want, and when people drive up or drive by, because sometimes folks do a drive by before they call their realtor and tell them they want to see the property. You want that property on the outside to be as immaculate as it is on the inside. Okay, so don't forget that piece of making sure you have great curb appeal on the property. But again, I'm Angela Williams Graves, broker owner of Homes by Angela Realty Company. Any of our rockstar agents and realtors are able to help you with buying or selling a home. Check us out at homesbyangelarealty.com. That is our website. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Homes by Angela Realty, and we would be honored to help you buy or sell your next home. Take care. See you soon. Bye.